prove to the devil to take his hands off of his chosen. Because they never should have sat back and did what they did to you. They think they got away. But God says recompense of the wicked is going to come to pass. And you're going to see that before this year is over with. I declare and decree that. Everyone that decided to come against you this year, baby, you're going to see them fall down. They all fall down. I'm telling you, all day I keep hearing they all fall down. They all fall down. They all fall down. It is certain people that literally chose you to try to bully this year. They tried to bully you out of position. They tried to bully you out your relationship. They tried to bully you out your job. They tried to bully you, baby. And God says, while you were waiting, because you seen what they did and you decided not to say nothing. You decided not to type that paragraph. You decided not to share that post. You decided to let those subliminal messages go between the lines. You decided to pray your way through it. You decided to be the bigger person. And God said, while I'm magic, I'm tagged in. So, baby, don't you think that they got away with it. They thought they got away with it, but God says, I'm spinning the block. I'm spinning the block. I don't know what they thought they got away with, baby, but God says I'm spinning the block. And if you don't know what spinning the block is, because I'm getting a little hood for you, that means God is coming back around. God says what goes around comes back around. And God says I'm coming back around for them. God says I'm spinning the block on them, baby. They're about to get what they deserve. The recompense of the wicked is about to hit them. Vengeance is the Lord's. And he says they thought they got away with it, baby, but God says I'm spinning the block. And I'm not going to miss nobody. He says it's a shootout, baby. And I'm going to get every last one of them that put their name on your mouth. Every last one that made you the topic of discussion. God says it's a shootout, baby. And I'm not missing damn enemy when I get them. I'm not missing damn one. I'm going to get them when I get them. He says I'm a sharpshooter in this one. He said you're going to hear about this. You're going to hear about it from their own mouths. God says I'm spinning the block on them enemies, baby. They thought they got away with it, but baby, God says I turned it back around. I turned it back around. So for everyone that ever came up against God's chosen, this was the wrong year to mess with God's chosen, because God says I'm spinning the block and I'm not going to miss one person, baby. I'm not going to miss one person. You better know it's a sharpshooter in town. It's a sharpshooter in town. And God says he's not going to miss anybody that had a secret conversation, a secret text thread, a secret message thing, anything subliminal, any tag, anything said about God's chosen. God says, I said, touch not my anointed and do my prophets no harm. And they continued and continued and continued while you stayed humble in the field. And God says, baby, I'm spinning the block. And it's a sharpshooter. And it's a shootout for your enemies. God says, you're going to see the recompense of the wicked. They thought they was going to leave 2022 telling this my year. God says, no, it's not. I'm spinning the block, baby. This is my children's year. And they're going to get everything promised. And they're going to eat at that table in the presence of their enemies. And they're going to use you as a footstool to get to success. God says, you better be ready. You better be ready. You threw the first shot, and baby, God says, I'm shooting it back. And this time I ain't going to miss. See, you shot subliminally. You shot secretly. You shot at my children through curtains, through the blinds. And God says, open up them curtains while I'm magic. I'm spinning the block, and I'm going to make sure I get y'all before the new year hit in. You better know God ain't finna play with your enemies. I don't care what y'all going through. You better know God not finna play with your enemies. December 31st is not going to hit without you hearing about what they did to you coming back to them 10 times fold. God is not going to miss them. I know it looks like they're succeeding, but you bet your bottom dollar God is spinning the block on your enemies. Bet that. You can take that one to the bank. And I'm going to get out the hood terminology real quick. I got to bounce back, God, because your girl getting hyped because I already seen the recompense of the wicked coming upon them. They thought that they got away. They didn't get away. They didn't get away. They could run, Forrest, run, but baby, God running faster. God running faster. He running faster. He running like a track meet, and baby, he's about to tag y'all it. Y'all should have left God's children alone. You should have left God's children alone. You should have left God's children alone. And instead of repenting and saying, God, forgive me for what I did, God, forgive me, they started laughing. This is what made God so mad. Because when they saw you fumble, or they thought you was fumbling, they started laughing and laughing in your face when you even tried to bring it up. Or if you even said something about it, if you made like a little post like, I don't know what's going on, they started laughing. You don't laugh at God's children. Now sit back. Sit back and watch God work. Because we don't want to hear it when you start losing everything that you thought you gained off the top of our pain. You were laughing at God's children's pain. That ain't how it works. God don't sit back and watch you laugh at his kids. As I was at work today, I just saw, because I have big brothers, and I have a big sister, and my brothers are bigger than me. They think they're my big brothers. And every time something would happen to me, because people used to try to bully me, my sister would grab my hand and be like, where they at? We going to get them. So I just saw God like grab my hand like, yep, point them out. Yep, point them out. We're going to get them. And God says, take my hand, guide me to them, because we're about to go point them out.